Okay, and welcome to another World Orienteering Day interview. Today I've got Frédéric Tranchand from France. He's 7 times world medalist. He's got a bronze medal, of course, from the sprint in 2010 in Norway. And 7 years later, he went one better with a silver medal in Estonia 2017. So, Frédéric, how are you? Tell us a little bit about what you're doing at the moment.
Yeah, hi Hector, hi everyone. I'm doing all right. I'm in Australia, actually in Bendigo now. This time, I have been taking part of this scholarship program. So I was a coach in residence. They call it in Melbourne or in Victoria for Orienteering Victoria. So mainly in Melbourne and organizing some events, some trainings, and also teaching in the schools sometimes. And all sort of things around orienteering. So mostly there in Melbourne with the community there, like with Aston Keys and his families and so on. And then I was supposed to be only a couple of weeks in Bendigo. There were actually quite a few schools. Like I was almost every day in the school the first week here and things like that, interested. And actually here it's very active. You may know that the World Champs were organized here somewhere, like you see the background. Somewhere here in 1985. So anyway, I was a bit sad because I was supposed to be only 2 weeks here because of the schedule. It was like that, and now somehow I got the opportunity to be here a bit longer, so I have been here like 2 months now almost. So yes, it's not all like that, but there is a bit of forest around, and of course, because of the virus, so the restrictions in Australia, like we couldn't have any events or we could not have a good training. So, but we could train by ourselves or with people from our household or family or things like that. So it hasn't been as bad or as strict as in France, where people has to stay inside or just go out 1 hour a day, 1 kilometer around the house. Here it has been a bit more flexible.
No, that's good. And have you rerun the World Champs course from the 80s with the original map as well, or are you still to do that with the 2 months?
Actually, maybe still to do that. I haven't done. No, we have been there. It's not exactly here. The terrain is Koyora or something like that. It's like 40 minutes away, so we are not supposed to go during the lockdown.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, we went there the 2 first weekends I was here actually, and but run other trainings, not the actual course. Maybe sometimes I've heard that some parts are quite like really thick, like really bushy, but some other parts are nice.
Well, we've been everyone's been following your GPS art from back home and around the world. You've been doing some incredible little pieces of art, I guess you could call them. Give us a little bit of insight into what inspired those. The most recent, of course, the Vitruvian Man, just the other day.
Yeah. So it started with because they were this what do they call it? Isolation Easter 3 days or anything, something like that. Initiated by the Orienteering Australia, or like few people like Brody, Lankervist, and so on. And because it was the Easter is every year there is this Australian Champs or National League and some events, Orienteering events. And this year, of course, it was cancelled. So they thought, okay, let's do some kind of some events. So everybody does it at home, like by themselves. So the first day was this big test, 20 meters test or something. And second day it was a fartlek something. So it simulates a bit. First day is like a sprint. Second day is like a middle distance. And third day was supposed to be long distance. And it was this. They decided, okay, we don't evaluate the speed or so. You just do this Strava art or like something with your. And
nice.
So it's how it started, and somehow I was not so good the first days. Also there were of course some points for the social media thing, video and stuff, and I didn't get the points. I was a bit pissed. I thought, okay, now now I have to do something good. And then I thought, okay, what should we do? And then I had almost straight away this idea of map, like drawing a map, and then the world map, and anyway in the family here they have a big map in the wall. I thought, wow, it would be so nice. And then I started to draw on the map, the world map. So, oh yeah, let's do that. So we did that, and then it was so many people sending messages or saying, oh, it's so fun or this. So then we thought, okay, what's next? Let's do another one. And then another one, and it's kind of a fun training. And so now we do only with my housemate, basically, or host. But then everybody can do it later if they want. So it's easy training, but or it's a good training, let's say.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, fantastic. I mean, anyone who's watching this and hasn't seen what Frédéric's been up to down in Australia in the forests there should go and check out his his social medias, and obviously he needs the likes to get him up the leaderboard in the competition. So
it was just the first weekend. That
okay, still it's no competition anymore. You're too good.
No, not for that.
Yeah. Tell us a little bit, Frédéric, about your career, because of course, you know, you won that gold medal, the bronze medal in 2010 in Trondheim in Norway. And then 7 years later, you won your next individual sprint medal in 2017. So what was going on? Like, I mean, you know, what was the build up to that first medal? And then in between points, like obviously you kept orienteering and you were very, very close to a medal in the long distance in Scotland, wasn't it? You were fourth, I believe, there. So
yes.
Yeah, give us a little bit of a summary of your career and why the sprint medals came easiest.
All right. So I'm not from orienteering family like many orienteers. Like my father is a farmer, so we are a bit in the country, and also my parents, they couldn't come every weekend to competition. So maybe I started a bit late. At least I started a bit late to really be involved and train hard. And let's say I started because my brother started, because in the next village they were like, there is a club still very active, my club, my club, orienteering club. And of course then it got a bit more important for me. And after high school, I started university, where it was an engineer school where there's a sports section. And then from then I think I started to be really professional, let's say, or really serious with this. And so I think the biggest improvement for me was this year's, like the first year I was really serious, doing everything very seriously, and so like 2008, 9 and so. And but I didn't really have the dream to even to be on the medal or thing like that. Mm-hmm. It's more like I wanted to do the things well. I wanted to do really seriously, and somehow it came already in 2010. Like it was really unexpected for me. And I was not even really prepared for that, let's say. And but 2010, but it was not only that. Like already 2010, somehow I was probably the reserve in the relay teams, but still I got in the first team at the European Champs, and we got a medal there. Yeah. So this was like the first one, and basically all the year I got a lot of success already. But I think it's because of the improvement of the previous years, and probably a little bit of luck. And I didn't have any pressure because I didn't have any expectation of results. So it went like that. But then the following years, like if we talk about sprint, I was not that far, let's say, because like the following year I was like 10th at the World Champs, let's say. The 2012, I could have been top 6, but I didn't punch the spectator control. I just passed through. Things like that. And but then this gave me quite much frustration, and I thought, okay, I had to do even harder. So every time at the World Champs I try harder, but I try too hard and I hit the wall. So it was not the right strategy. And but then I calmed down a little bit probably the 2016, 17, and it worked a bit. Or obviously it was enough to get back a medal. But otherwise I think all the time orienteering, what I like the most is the relay. And in my club when I was young, I'm sure I continue orienteering because of the relays, because I liked it so much, both to run for the team, like you are part of the team, and you can share the emotions, let's say. And also to run with others around. It's so fun. You have some others around. Still, you have to focus on your own controls, because you're not sure they have the same. And and somehow also it has been quite successful. Also internationally, like in World Champs, most of my medals are in relay. So yeah.
Nice. And give us a little bit of an insight then into, obviously, you kind of overlapped a little bit with the legend that is Thierry Georgiou and the French national team and the setup that is there. Tell us a little bit, give us some insights into how that helped you obviously win some relay medals, not always with Thierry, of course, as well. He wasn't always in the team, but tell us a little bit about, how that sort of setup allowed for the culmination of the medals that you got.
Yeah, first Thierry, because of how he is, and he's so committed, so he's doing the job so well, let's say. So when you're in the team with him, like you have to be inspired, because just to see how he does, and so I think it has been a big help for all of us in the French team, I would say. And also, so when I started my to be more serious with the sport, so it was like Thierry, of course, but also François Gonon, Peter Adamski, Damien. Okay, he started to be a bit away, Damien Renard, but they were really serious and professional. So I think it was very inspirational for to see them doing, and also I got the chance to go with them to, let's say, to some small camps, or like not only within the national team's frame, also other camps. And I think there you it's not necessarily like he will tell us, okay, you should do that, you should do that. It's not like that. It's more like you are there, you are young, and you just look, oh, he's doing that. So maybe it's a good what I should try to do also. And so of course it's a huge inspiration, yes. And then when we talk about the relays, of course it's a great motivation to be with such a guys, because first you can be confident that they will do a very good job after you or before you. So and also because they have a really big expectation on themselves, so you don't want to disappoint them also. And but like for me, for example, my first time I was at the World Champs relay, even though I have been European Champs like 2010, 12, 14, I think. But then, was it 2013? Yes. It was the first time I was in the walk relay. And then I did a complete crash because because once again, like the sprint, I probably wanted too much. And instead of just doing like my own orienteering. And so it was a big learning, yes, that day.
I mean, it's so great to hear you talk there about all the teammates, the expectation, the drive and the motivation that you get from having those teammates around you. Into the future then, Frédéric, what's the plan? I mean, obviously things are a little bit on hold this year. No Sprint World Championships, no European Championships. Are you gonna try some mountain bike orienteering perhaps later in the year, or what have you got planned for the coming year?
To be honest, well, the plans are quite open, and at the moment I'm a bit stuck here, but I might come back to Europe sometimes. And I'm dreaming about doing a bit of sky running or trail run, so that could be the good year for that. So I have already a few races in my calendar, let's say. So of course we will see if they are organized. And also there will probably be some championship like in Finland that I will run. So okay, I know there will not be any races now for a few months, but then I hope to be racing a few things in the autumn. Yes.
And looking into next year then, World Championships in Czech Republic and everything like this, you're still thinking you can prepare well for that and do well in those championships?
Yeah, well, of course, we will see how the situation is going, but I'm quite hopeful, and well, I'm always optimistic, maybe too optimistic sometimes, but and I'm quite motivated if, let's say, if the body is still going on. Yeah, I will try my best to prepare for that. Yes.
Great, good to hear. Could you sum up then in one word, just one word, or two words if you really need to, what orienteering has given you as a sport?
Yeah, maybe adventurers,
Yeah.
discovery. Yes.
Yeah, adventures and discovery. Yeah, I mean, I can relate to that. I think I would choose something along those lines as well. The adventure, the discovery, the way that orienteering is allowed, yeah, me to travel the world and see the world and meet like-minded people. It's an incredible sport. All right, we're going to get into the final section of this. It's going to be a quiz. Everyone else I've been interviewing has been doing this as well. 5 photos. You have to guess the year and you have to guess the place. I will share my screen and we'll give you a score out of 10. So share that. Okay.
2015 Scotland.
Oh, straight in there, straight
yeah,
in there.
I can see the. Is it time? Do we have a time to say?
Yeah, that's fine. That's 2 points there. If you want to discuss a little bit about how the race went and what happened, you can give us some extra depth to this photo. But
yeah,
here you are coming into the finish.
Is it the long distance? Yeah, I guess so.
This is the long distance.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it was the last race of the week. For me, the summer had been really up and down. I think I was in really good shape in let's say in June, and then I had an injury all July basically. So it was not fun at all. I was like there in Scotland, everybody was going to the forest, and I was doing some physio and stuff. I didn't go to the forest, and anyway, but then the week same. Like I think I had the best time at the sprint relay. Next day sprint, complete big crash. That was the last one probably, and then boom, relay we got medal. Also we didn't have I would say the team with the most. We were not the favorite probably.
No.
And anyway, it was the last race and very wild terrain, and I think it was a very special place. The organizer they did a really good effort to bring us there, I think, and yeah, well, I think it went all good, and at the end I was like 40 seconds from the podium and maybe less than 2 minutes from the win, or what was it?
Yeah.
So yeah, I could be only satisfied with my performance. Or of course you find them everywhere. Yeah, there you find some mistakes everywhere. I mean, but
not even Thierry, who won that day, had a perfect race. So
no, exactly. Yes,
it was an interesting race for sure. All right, let's move on.
Oh yeah, this 2014 the relay. Yes. So in Italy. Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, actually, as I said, 2013 was I was running the first leg of the walk relay already, and there I did a big crash in the beginning of the race, and then this was in my let's say. It was kind of nightmare. I don't know how to say, but it was something in my head all the year almost, and every relay training I was thinking with that now I want to do well, and I thought I learned from that day, and yeah. Anyway, it went good this relay.
Yeah.
I was also running the first leg, and we did our best. I think two teams were faster, the Swedes and the Swiss, tight at the finish, but so I think I did learn from 2013. That was
good
thing.
Good job. Yeah.
Yes.
Right, next one.
With the flag, I see it's Switzerland, so 2012 long distance, I guess. So
well done. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Thanks.
Wearing those flashy glasses there, as you did back in those days. What was the reason behind those?
Oh, actually, I got some trouble, like a branch in my eye, or a few times, and then it was pretty sensitive, or quite a problem. Yes. So anyway, so basically the only way was to protect them or stop running the forest, because it started to be a bit sometimes it was getting bad even without hitting it, let's say.
Okay.
So yes, it was to protect it. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, here's an old one.
Yeah, I would say Sweden to the 2008, the jaywalk.
Very
if
good,
I remember.
very good. Yeah. It
Picture
was
from
indeed.
waterfall. Yes. And it was for us French, and for me, I hadn't been basically in Sweden or in Scandinavia before. Let's say 1 year before this, and it was a big eye-opening and a big. It was good for us to prepare for the jaywalk, start to have a club in Scandinavia.
Yeah.
And
good.
It was a nice step.
Doesn't look like you've been in the sun before as well here. I mean,
like that.
You're very white.
Oh yeah, that's true. I don't know why.
Yeah, you've had a winter without any sun there, I think.
Yeah.
You need to go. Yeah, obviously you decided Australia. You needed to get.
Yeah, that's right.
During the winter. All right,
Yes.
final one then. Final one. Here's a famous one.
Yeah. 2017, the sprint. Yes. So in Estonia, Tartu. Yeah. Well, so this was like 2010 was a big surprise, as I said. But then many years, well, I was maybe far in the results, but I could see that I was not that far sometimes to be up there, let's say, and like in World Cup or World Champs, and then I had the expectation that I wanted to be back there, let's say. So it was a big relief, let's say, to be able to do a good race the D-Day again, and to get the medal, I would say.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fantastic.
So it was a big big day.
yeah, absolutely. You can see that. You can see the emotion, and that jump of yours is now iconic, I would say.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember how it started, but yes, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Great. Well, Frédéric, thank you for taking the time talking with us all the way from Australia. I hope everyone watching has enjoyed the broadcast, and I hope everyone is enjoying World Orienteering Day. Frédéric, thank you for coming on again. I wish you all the best. Hopefully we'll see you back in Europe whenever it's possible for that to happen. And of course, racing, still got the energy for lots of racing, so we'll see you in the future, no doubt. Thank you, Frédéric, for talking with us. Goodbye, Frédéric.
Thank you. Goodbye.